Sound familiar? You press harder and they still buzz, and then you press even harder and it gets worse. Well, I'm gonna fix that for you today with 3 tiny tweaks that can make your chords sound instantly cleaner. Let's get into it. So most players think that more pressure equals a better sound, but that's actually what kills your tone, and it also kills your fretting hand as well. You don't need strength, you just need more control, okay? So let's go and find that sweet spot. All right, so instead of clamping down as hard as you can until your fingers are bloody ripping off, I want you to do the opposite, all right? I want you to start with barely any pressure on the fret and even let it buzz a little bit, all right? So you can hear that buzz. I've got barely any pressure there. And on those bottom ones too, and I'm just playing a G chord here. But there's a buzz there, right? What I want you to do is just slowly squeeze until that buzz just starts disappearing, right? And that exact point, right before it clears up, that's your sweet spot right there. So that feels really comfortable for me now. I've just squeezed it a little bit more, and now it feels really good, right? If you go past it, and you're pushing down too much, you're just wasting energy and you're choking your tone as well, right? So you want to stay right on that edge where it just feels comfortable enough and you get that clean sound. And most importantly, your hand stays relaxed. You really want to stay relaxed when you're playing the guitar. I know it's quite easy to really push down hard because you feel like you're not, applying enough pressure. But the secret is just to hit that sweet spot where you're just applying enough pressure and where the chord kind of rings out. And once you find it, you can kind of lift off and repress a few times, right? So your fingers kind of memorize that feel. And that's how you kind of lock into that perfect pressure without thinking. All right, so for fix number 2, let's talk about how your fingers are making contact on the fretting board. Sometimes it's not even about the pressure. It's actually the angle of your fingers and how they're making contact. If your fingers are too flat, right, they're gonna brush the wrong strings and you're gonna hear that kind of buzz, kind of muted sound on certain strings, right? So I'll give you an example now. If I'm playing a G here and I'm gonna make my middle finger quite flat here. So you can see if it's too flat there, it's covering that A string now, right? It's getting in the way. It's not, you don't have that kind of nice clean note, which should be that one. So what you're gonna do is just kind of try rolling your hand forward a bit like this, where you're making contact on the tips of your fingers and not the pads, right? You really want to hit those strings on the tip of your fingers so you get that nice, clean chord that we're after. And if you see more daylight between your fingers and the fretboard, that's a good sign. That's what we want, right? So once you kind of roll your fingers a little bit more, now you can test each individual string, right? So I'm just gonna play each string here. That sounds good. Oh, I hear that muted sound, all right? So obviously this finger's getting in the way. What I've got to do, I've got to kind of just roll my hand a little bit. There we go, got that note. And that sounds pretty good, right? So just test each individual string. And honestly guys, just a little millimeter of a roll can make a hell of a difference between messy and magic. All right, so for the final fix here, let's talk about resetting between chords, right? When you switch chords, tension seems to sneak back in from time to time, right? Your hand really tightens up without even you noticing. So what I recommend is between each change, just give your hand a tiny shake, all right? Just drop it loose if you need to, right? And then replace it and put it back there with light fingers before pressing down, all right? Think of it like kind of resetting your muscle memory every time. And it's actually a really good drill to do anyway, particularly when you're trying to change chords, to kind of let go, put your hand back there, you're resetting that muscle memory and really building it up. But it not only does that, it also gives your hand a bit of a break because when we're holding that chord for so long, right, we tend to kind of tense up. So I recommend when you play a chord, just let go for a little bit. Stretch it out, give it a bit of a shake. You can either go back to that same chord if you need to change, that's good too, right? and then just reset again. Give it a bit of a loose, a bit of a shake. Back to it. Now my hand isn't as sore, it feels nice and relaxed, and it's ready to make that chord change, right? If you can stay loose through your chord changes, your whole playing can kind of flow a lot better. Even your time, your tone, and your endurance, right, will get instantly better results. So just remember guys, clean chords aren't about power, it's all about feel. All right, so I recommend to ease up, roll the hand if you can, reset the hand to release that tension. And if you do that for 1 minute a day, all your buzzing and muted strings are going to disappear for good. All right guys, thanks for joining me today. If you did get any value guys, I've just completed my Play by Feel starter pack, which I'm very excited about. It's a free PDF file for you to download for, yeah, like I said, absolutely free. This pack includes some different strumming patterns, some drills to establish your feel. There's a few songs in there and also a bunch of chords to get you started. And I also got a few video tutorials in there to kind of guide you through the pack. All right, so I'm gonna put that link at the bottom of this video if you'd like to download it, of course. And yeah, I hope you get plenty of value out of it. All right, guys? No worries. So we'll catch you in the next video and yeah, take care. Cheers.